Hi, I am going to pull a card from my Sisters of the Sea Oracle deck. And I don't know if this is going to be a full on like reading with tarot or not. Oh my gosh. So many cards just flew out. Okay, this first card is 44, the arrival. All right. So spin up. Maybe you, okay, in this picture, this mermaid is sitting on this rock, and it looks like it's the only rock in the area right now, and like as if she's just traveled on a journey, and she's this was her destination. She wanted to get to this rock. And she's arrived. She got to the rock where she can rest for a moment, and maybe there's some other place after this that she's going, but this was the dot on the map that she was arriving to. That was her destination, and she's there now. Okay, and maybe you've been on a long journey, and you were trying to get to a certain place, and now you've arrived at that certain place, and now you can rest for a moment and gather your strength, your energy, for the next part of your journey. Okay, this is another card that came up. This one is number 1, belonging. Okay, and I think it's interesting that they're both sitting, resting on a rock, and it looks like as if they're in different parts of the ocean, or even different oceans, right? But they're all doing the same thing. They're all kind of resting and gathering their strength for the next part of the journey. And this one is, belonging. And so what I'm getting out of this is that maybe you've traveled far on that journey to get to this destination where you are now, wherever you are in any part of the world, in any part of your life. It was a long journey to get to where you are right now, and maybe you have felt for much of that journey that a sense of not really belonging, not really feeling like you belong where you were, and you're trying to find that place where you belong. And what I'm getting is that there's this arrival, this point in this journey, in this time, where you and I have arrived to that spot where we're now going to be feeling this energy of belonging, of being part of the bigger, maybe you felt like you were like the lone wolf in your life, and that you've had to solely depend upon yourself internally to I guess you know, like the outside validation that you maybe were hoping to receive just never came, or it didn't come frequently enough, and so you had to learn how to give it to yourself. And maybe you gave it to others because you know what it feels like to not receive it from others, and so you learn to give it to yourself, and then you learn to give it to others. Now you get to feel like you belong, because there's others that have been through this journey as well, and they know what you've gone through because they've gone through it. And so we are arriving at this place where we all understand that need, that need to feel like we belong somewhere. And we've been living in a world where we just swim in circles trying to find where we belong, and never finding that destination, that place where we could sit on our rocks and rest and breathe and interact. And like, yeah, it's not such a huge effort anymore. We are all sitting, resting, because we finally arrived. We've finally stopped searching for that, and we've come to recognize that in each other. And now we're all sort of, I'm talking to those that are watching this video. It's not true for everyone, because some people are still swimming in circles, and I'm not putting them down for that, because we were doing that as well. But I think we've gotten to that point where we are ready for the next part of our life. Okay, and I'm seeing throat chakra in here, and a little bit of heart chakra. And also here I'm seeing a lot of colors, but especially the red at the root chakra, and the heart chakra, and seeing some of this like purplish, yes, purplish, yeah, third eye chakra. And so like there's a lot more balance. There's some orange in here, and like kind of all the colors of the chakra. So like we're learning how to balance everything within ourselves. And when we do that, then when we each do that, then we know how to interact with one another in authenticity and in harmony. And we get to use all of our resources, all of our gifts, everything that yeah, we get to feel like we belong, because we're accepting and loving each other exactly as we are, and we're in harmony with one another, and we complement one another with our gifts and our energy. It complements it. It doesn't take away from anyone else. And you know, we use our throat chakra and speak our truth, and it doesn't take away from anyone else. Okay. So we stop being that lone wolf and that person, that mermaid swimming in circles in search of that spot that we want to land on, that we feel like we can be ourselves and we can be accepted and feel like we belong. We don't have to continue that search anymore when we arrive at that spot within ourselves where we can radiate that and that energy out, and then others who are similar energy will feel that, will see that, and then we'll come together, and we know that we are, I guess it's like finding your soul tribe, right? I'm getting that kind of energy. Okay, and then this other one that came out, like I said, they all came out all at the same time. This one is 15. Stop right there. So this is very much the chakras involved here, the energy centers involved here are the throat and the heart chakra. So and I think what I'm getting from this is we have learned, you have learned, I know I have, I am still learning, but I think we've learned how to use the throat and the heart chakra together, and to speak our truth, and to speak it from a place of love, but with firmness, with like we're standing in our truth, and we're no longer allowing ourselves to swim in those circles, to swim in circles and to not be heard and understood, and to not we've put a stop to that in our own energy. We have come to know, you have come to know who you really are, and you are using your voice, your truth in your heart to speak that, and to stop what was hurting you, what was unfulfilling, to stop that energy of feeling like you're this lone wolf and you're not supported and there's nobody, you know what I mean? Like where I'm not saying no one ever helped you. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like just this feeling of nobody really understands me in the way that I would like them to understand me. I don't feel validated in the way that I feel my truth. All of that is ending. Like, you have come to a place within yourself where you don't have to feel that anymore, because you've decided to end that cycle, and you don't want to be part of that cycle anymore. And so you're finding others that are like you, and they have done the inner work, and they're doing the things that their soul is guiding them to do. And that is just making it more more of a world where you can participate in and feel that sense of unity and harmony and belonging all at the same time, and not feeling this competition with each other anymore. And you know, I just did a video, just the previous one to this one, talking about how I like to play catch as opposed to like playing an actual game, like a team sport or something. I like the feeling of playing catch and the interaction that I have with others when I'm just playing that game, because it is more balanced energy, where it's that giving receiving kind of energy, where it feels balanced, where it feels harmonious. And I just love the way it feels, because I'm not in competition with anyone. I'm just like, I want them to catch the ball, and I want to catch the ball, and like, it's just, we're rooting for each other, and I like that kind of energy. And that's the kind of energy that I'm feeling right here, where everybody is belonging, and you know, and they're able to be in their truth, and they're able to express their truth in a loving way that doesn't feel competitive or harmful, or what do you call it? It doesn't feel threatening to someone else, because we all want the success of each other. We want to see that. We want to see each other reach our potential. And yeah, that's what this feels like to me. But like, we've been on this long journey, and we all need to kind of sit on this rock, this place where we finally decided to stop, to, you know, like, this was our destination, right? And we finally reached that destination, that end point of that cycle that just kept going around and around and around and around. And like, that's done now. We don't want to do that anymore. We've figured out, okay, this is the place where I'm stopping. I'm not doing that anymore. And so now we're waiting, and we're resting for the next part of this journey, where we get to feel harmony, we get to feel like we each belong, and that we're each heard and validated, and celebrated for who we are. And I'm excited for that. And you know, and I'm going to end that there. I'm not going to pull any tarot, but I hope that you feel that there are beautiful possibilities, beautiful things coming our way, and that this world that we're each trying to explore and paint and live our truth in, that we each do get to use our own brush strokes, and we do get to play the game in a more harmonious way, and we will all really love it. We're gonna love it, because we're gonna be participants, and we're going to be able to use every part of us that wants to express. We're going to be able to use that, and it's going to be celebrated, not only by ourselves and the way that we feel, but also by everyone else who's participating. So this is the new heaven on earth that, you know, I feel like that is where we're headed. And I'm excited for that. And, you know, I'm still feeling some of the old kind of energy of the old ways of doing things, and the competition, and the scarcity, and all of that. And so it's like, it's still kind of, and I think that's why we need to rest, because there's still stormy waters that are happening right now, but those waters are going to calm, and then we're going to be able to get off the rock and move to the next, well, the next part, which I think is just mostly exploration and just enjoying it. And go watch that other video, the one that I was talking about, that I did right before this one, about playing catch in life. I haven't titled it yet, but so I can't tell you what that is yet, because I haven't uploaded it yet. But yeah, I'm gonna upload that one first, and then this one, but then, you know, link it as well. So yeah, watch that one, because that kind of gives you the essence of what I'm talking about as well. All right, well, have a beautiful day, and don't be discouraged by the remnants of this old energy that it's like when you're flying through the air on an airplane and you hit some turbulence. That's what it feels like. And it's okay, because there's gonna be clear skies. We're gonna see clear skies. So just sit out, you know, brace yourself a little bit, sit out a little bit on that rock and rest, and know that everything is going to be okay. All right, bye.